Happy blissful day, blissful beings, and welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, my name is Gabriel.
And my name is Kylie, and thank you so much for subscribing, liking, and commenting. We love interacting with you all in the comments, so please do drop a comment below. And if you're interested in our coaching resources, you can find our free and paid options all linked below.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
So in today's video, we just want to share with you guys that circumstances do not matter. Circumstances do not matter, and consciousness is the only reality. So what do we mean when we say that circumstances do not matter? So just to quickly remind you that consciousness is the only reality. So what that means is what you are thinking right now and what you're saying and feeling right now, that's the only thing that matters. Because as you know that this 3D reality is only an echo, like Neville Goddard always says, it's an echo, it's a projection of consciousness. So in other words, what you are doing right now will affect what you will experience later on and tomorrow. So if you are saying to yourself that I always receive money out of thin air, I've always been receiving money out of thin air, it's my new normal, it's my new way of life, and you really feel that, it has to show up later on. Because remember, consciousness is the only reality, and this 3D reality is only a projection of consciousness. Now, we want to share with you guys how circumstances do not matter. And it's just of quite a few success stories, our success stories, right? And I'll ask my beautiful wifey to share with you guys.
Sure. Is there anyone that you want me to share first?
Yeah, you could do the Canadian PR, my Canadian PR.
Okay, yeah, so we got some great news just after Christmas where Gabriel got his Canadian permanent residency. So we're very excited about that. That means we can freely come and go between Canada and South Africa whenever we want for however long we want.
Exactly.
And so when we started the process, we only saw that we could do it on paper. That was the only way that we saw that we could do it. So we're getting all these paper documents. You have to mail it to the center. It was crazy. Then all of a sudden, out of the blue, my aunt actually connected us with this woman who does free services. And she walked us through every step of the way how we can do it online.
And I just want to add the exact services that this lady actually offered us. We actually spoke to another person that wanted us to pay $6,000. $6,000.
Yeah.
Just wanted
so
to add
it was
that.
incredible that we had this free service that this lady offered us, walked us through every step of the way. We did it online, which was so much easier. And when the processing, she said it would be quicker. But she did say that the processing times would just be whatever it says online. So we went to the government website. This was back in about July or August. And it said 14 to 15 months. And we said, okay, we see what it says. But we got ours much quicker.
Exactly.
Oh, we already have it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's already done.
And I actually shared with my wifey that, look, it's already in my wallet. I've got my Canadian PR. It's in my wallet. But I saw it in my imagination. And I showed her. And I saw how she said, oh, wow, it came so quickly, baby. Oh, wow. And we celebrated. That's what I was doing.
Yeah. And so every day also, whenever we always express our gratitude, morning and evening, and we always said, oh, we're so grateful for your PR. We're so grateful for how quickly it came, how easily it came. And we did get updates along the way that said, okay, well, now you have to do a medical exam. Okay, now my part of it was approved, but we still have to wait. We said, okay, that's fine. We already have it.
Exactly.
We did the medical, but we already had it. Mine got approved. Of course it got approved. We already have it. And so we didn't look at like, oh, this is what, this is it's gonna take 14 months. We had already started planning our trip back to South Africa.
Exactly, yeah.
We said, okay, probably Jan, Feb, maybe end of Jan, early Feb we'll go.
Yeah.
That's the plan. That's always been the plan.
It's always been the plan, yeah.
Regardless of that 14 or 15 months. We said, no, that's what we'll do. And sure enough, was it yesterday or the day before?
Yesterday. received an email saying that congratulations, you've been approved for your Canadian permanent residency. And I showed, I actually sent her a message because she left to go somewhere. And so as Kylie came into the room, I was like, hey, and I saw that there's no reaction.
I thought he was just happy to see me.
Always happy to see you.
But yeah, it was such a moment of celebration. I mean, what should have taken 14, 15 months, everything told us that much, but we said, no, we're going back in Jan-Feb, so we have to have it before then. And everyone asked, oh, when is it? Do you have it yet? And Gabriel said, of course, it's in the post.
That's what I always said.
It's on the way. It's in the post.
That's what I always said, yeah.
And sure enough, it was in the post. And we got it in, 4.5 months?
4.5 months, yeah.
And so regardless of the circumstances that said, it's going to take over a year to get it. It's going to be a very long process. Just be very patient throughout, all these things. But we said, no, we already have it. And we're going back Jan-Feb. It's fine.
Exactly.
And that's how it turned out.
That's how it turned out. Because
so we're able to go back to South Africa Jan-Feb because we got your PR. It's beautiful.
Yeah, and just one more, I think a very important thing to add as well, that as my baby mentioned, that every single day, especially when it came to our minds, we expressed our gratitude, right? I'm so happy and grateful I got my, a permanent residency. It came so quickly and so effortlessly. Wow, so grateful, so grateful. And we kept, that vision, and we kept, that just living, from the end. And even in my own, time as well, whenever I open my wallet, I would see the PR, I would see that card, because I asked her, how does it look like? Show me. And then I was like, oh, okay. Now I know how to actually imagine it in my mind, in my imagination, and just kind of feel the feelings of already having it. Sometimes I would even feel the actual card as well, which is awesome. And so I've got my Canadian permanent residency, and she's going to share hers as well with South Africa.
So I also got my visa for South Africa, which I can go as a Canadian. I'm able to go for 90 days, no problem. But we want to live there. We're not going to go for 90 days.
Yeah.
And so I applied for a spousal visa. And now with the spousal visa, there's a lot of paperwork that was involved. We had to go to the embassy, kind of routine things. And it was such a long queue that day that we went, remember? It was a long queue, long wait. And you go inside the little office and you wait there, and the lady there was quite unpleasant to the people ahead of me in line. Just very straightforward, curt, no jokes, it was just no nonsense, this is very serious. And just was turning away that person, nope, sorry. The next person, nope, sorry. And then I heard people beside me saying that, oh, we reported her last time we were here because she was so rude. And I thought, I had this moment, I thought, oh no, and now I need to go to her window. And I thought, no, it doesn't have to be like that though. Everything's fine. She's so pleasant.
Yeah.
She's such a nice lady, so helpful.
Exactly, yeah.
So when I got up to the window, I sat down, and immediately I could feel this shift. And just the way she was talking to me, got my documents, and we kind of had a bit of small chat, and she needed to update her password because it had been 3 months, and she was complaining about that. And I just made a joke and said, oh, doesn't that always happen? Now you can't remember. And she said, yes, and started laughing, and we eased up all the tension. And just before I left, she gave me my money back. And I said, you don't need this. She said, no, it's fine. I thought, okay, but they told me on the phone, I double checked how much it was. Online it says it has to be exact amount. This is it. And she gave it back to me. So I thought, okay, well that's nice. And sure enough, my visa came so quickly.
Yeah.
In the mail, and I didn't even have to pay for it.
I didn't have to pay for it. Even before Kylie even went to go and apply for her visa, I was like, congrats, babe. I'm so happy that you got your, visa for SA. Isn't it wonderful? It happened so quickly, so effortless. Isn't it wonderful? Always celebrating. And then the day when she went, she was a little bit nervous. And I was like, reminded her, oh, no, you got it already. Congrats. And then it took her like a month and a half for yours. Yours came super quick.
Yeah, so quick. And that
It
also said it would take at least 8 weeks, but up to 3 months, it said. And I said, okay, but yeah, it was a month and a half, 6 weeks.
Yeah, 6 weeks.
Next thing you know, here it is in the mail. Didn't even have to pay for it. It's amazing.
It's absolutely amazing, and that just shows you that circumstances does not matter. So the circumstances can say that, oh, it's going to take up to 15 months or 3 months, but remember, consciousness is the only reality. So if you saying that, nope, I already got it, it came easily and effortlessly, and I'm grateful now that I have it. That's what matters. And all you have to do is just remain faithful to that new truth. So you remain faithful to the fact that you already got it. It came quickly, it came effortlessly, and I'm so grateful. When you remain faithful to that, it has to show up in your reality. It has to. It's a law. The law of assumption, it has to show up in your reality, whether you like it or not. So circumstances do not matter. It's not what you see that matters. It's how you look at it. So you can look at your bank balance now and it's only $100. But if you see $1,000, that's the only thing that matters, because consciousness is the only reality. This 3D reality is only a projection. The real world is inside of you, and the 3D world is only a mirror showing you what's inside of you.
Yeah, and the same for an SP. If circumstances show, no, but you're single. What do you mean? You say, no, my SP is with me. I can feel them right now sitting beside me. Oh, look, they just messaged me. Cool. Okay, that's lovely. It only matters what you see. And as Giver said, how do you see it? How do you see reality? Do you also see reality as you're single, or you don't have money, or you don't have that visa yet? Or do you see it that of course you have it? You've always had it. You've had it for a long time now. Of course you have it. And it's a wonderful tool to use, and a wonderful thing that you can change your circumstances just like that.
Just like that, because you are the operant power. You are the creator of your reality. You are the God of your reality. Whatever you say goes. And having said that, thanks for watching. Keep smiling. Enjoy your blissful day. And as always, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.